Hey everybody, this is Julie from Diamond Cloud Studio, and today I'm going to be showing you some watercolors that I bought from Amazon. I made sure I've covered my address, but there's times where I forget, and I don't want anybody to worry about it. My address is all over the internet. I ran a business out of my home for over 15 years. I also live in a secure building, so I don't worry about my address, but I do cover it up when I remember, mostly just because a lot of people get really worried about it. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's out there. Everybody, you can find my address online probably very easy. So I've got two packages here, and I'll tell you how this started out. I got the first set of Kuretake Gansai Tambi granulating colors for Christmas last year, and I have them in this tin along with the starry colors, which worked out very well. And because I have purchased the White Nights granulating colors, I decided I was not going to get the second set when they came out with it. And I have held my ground until this week. I was watching someone swatch them on YouTube, and I was like, I absolutely have to have them. So that's what's in the first package. But now that I have those, and I'm going to put those in this tin instead of these, that led to the next purchase. So first, let's look at these. I've already opened the bag, and I have opened the box and looked at them, but I have not swatched them or anything yet. So we're going to do that today. Oops, I got them in there upside down. So we have Cosmic Red, Cosmic Olive, Cosmic Green, Cosmic Blue, Cosmic Violet, and that mixing tray that everybody else hates, but I don't have a problem with it. So here's the numbers: 776, 77, 78, 79, 80. And I don't have the numbers down for these, but they are on the pans, which, you know, I used magnets, and man, do they stick in there good. Oh, I wrote the numbers on there. The numbers are on the bottom, but I covered them up with the magnets. I don't really care about the numbers. I just care about the names. So I'm going to be adding these into this tin, which also means I have to redo my swatch card. So I'll be redoing that. But here I've already done, swatched out the Aurora ones. And here is my tape that I got off Amazon. And it's 3M. It's a lot thicker than I wanted. At the time, I couldn't find the thin kind, but I really don't have any problem with it. It works just fine in these tins. There's plenty of room. As you can see, they're not even up to the edge yet, so they're fine. All right, so I got these. So then I realized, well, what am I going to do with these? Because I didn't want to put them back in the box. I do save the boxes. So that led me to, well, what other set of Gansai Tambi paints can I buy? So this is what we got here. This just came yesterday, and I did not open it. Hopefully I can get it open without too much trouble today. All right, so let's see what's in here. All right, here we go. I got the gem colors. Oh, they're so pretty. Ooh, and oh, I thought these were wrapped in plastic. They're not. Okay, so let's open these up first. So I thought the gem colors would go really nice with these. And I think the golds, this and this one, are the same, but that's okay because gold is one of my favorite colors that I would use out of all of these. So, oh, I think they're so pretty. So that led me to the fact that, well, I need to get another tin. And the tins come in sets of 2. And hopefully these are the same exact ones because I did a reorder. They're $9.99 for 2. And I have a little short up on my channel that shows you the link, not the link, but the listing off of Amazon. So if you want to get them for yourself, you can do that, because there's lots of tins. And it comes, I really like the way it's packaged. We've got 3, well, including this, 4 separate packages. So they're very protected. Oh yeah, they are the exact same ones. Exact same ones. So these are absolutely beautiful. So they're only $5 each. So you can't go wrong. You can't just buy one though. You have to do a set of 2, 4, 6, or 8 or something like that. So they only sell them in sets. So what am I going to do with this extra one? Someday we'll find out. I'll have to get some more paints to go in there, I suppose. So here's this writing on here. But I do show on the little short, I pull up the Amazon page so you can see exactly which one that is. So let's get all this out of the way, and I'm going to get it set up, and we're going to swatch these. Okay, I kind of got set up here. One thing I noticed is this one has colors on the outside. This doesn't. And this one is all in Japanese. So don't know what color names those are. They have the numbers so I can look them up. But that's interesting. And the whole box is totally different. All in Japanese. So I don't know if this is older packaging before they started packaging it for, you know, like Amazon and stuff. I don't know, but that's interesting. So I've got my 100% watercolor book. It's the only one I have, and it's really small. I've got to get a bigger one. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to swatch first. I've got a spray. I'm going to spray them. And I just have a little pizza sauce jar, which is actually like a mason jar. They're so cool. And I just soak the labels off. And I have a number 12 Simply Simmons round brush. I like to be able to use the bigger brush in the bigger pans. And this is the Hannah Mueller watercolor book called Press 100% Cotton. And it's just cloth, like. All right, so what should we do first? I can't decide. I'm going to swatch them all for you if my hands will allow it. I think because I can pause the video, take a little break, I should be able to swatch them all out just for fun. Let's see. Well, I thought I'd do the granulating ones because that's how all this started, but I really want to see these so bad that I think I'm going to do those first. So let's put all these others to the side. Oops, sorry. And I can bring you down much closer since we have a small book. Whoops. Okay, bear with me a minute here. All right. Let's get my camera straight. There, not bad. All right. Now, I don't know, I know the granulating ones use lots of water. These probably don't need lots of water, but I'm going to go ahead and spray them. Doesn't hurt to spray them. You don't lose anything. They get wet, but then they dry again. And this is my Derwent mister that came with my Inktense set of 24 pencils, and a water brush came with that too. So I'm using that. I have some other ones that I purchased, I think at Hobby Lobby, and they're much smaller. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so huge. But I almost like it better. It just works really well. And then I just have some paper towels over here to wipe my brush. All right, now let's see if I can get everything in here. All right, let's do this. Okay, this looks like a red. I don't think we really need to know the color names because we can kind of see. This is red. Ooh. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes the first time you get into paints, you might not be getting the very best of them because they really haven't mixed all that well. So let's make sure that we're getting into the glittery part. I don't know. It doesn't really look that glittery, but it sure is pretty. And this is definitely like a dark red. Maybe like a ruby red. Oh wow, the glitter shows up on here a lot. I always wipe on my paper towel first to keep my water cleaner. And I'm still getting quite a bit of color in here. All right, on to the next, pink. I'm not a real big red person, but I do love pink. Oh, now this is much thinner. The red one was really thick. Totally different consistencies. But that could have to do with just how much water I sprayed on it or just how fast it activated. This has been sitting a little bit longer than the red one. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But there we go. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to clip that down. I've only swatched on camera once before because I get really nervous and it's not really that fun. If I'm getting really nervous, then it's not that fun. But I think I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. Okay, come on. This is really pooling at one end. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go on. I gotta get my brush really clean because we're going on to the gold or yellow. I think it's supposed to be yellow. Wow, there's a lot of color and little, like you can see when it's wet here now, you can see there's all different colors in there. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that's definitely a gold. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. And like almost like little flecks of black. I don't know, just beautiful. I want you to be able to see it wet and dry. And I'll lift this up and you can see in there, look at that movement. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love Kuretake paints. Now I have the small portable set, and then I also have the Art Nouveau set and the 48 color set, and I haven't touched either one of those yet. They're not even swatched. I haven't used them at all. I'm saving them for a very special day. If you know me, I buy stuff and I don't always use it right away. I like to save stuff. And I've just got so many other paints that I'm using right now that I'm okay with waiting for a little bit. All right, I adjusted my camera again. I'm having a really hard time with it not tipping down. I don't know. I have my iPhone is just connected by Velcro to the top of my lamp. So that's probably why I have problems. All right, let's go on to the green. Bring it up here. This one doesn't look like it's got quite so much separation. Let's see how this one does. That seems very muted to me and not what I'd call a gem color, but it's still beautiful. Yeah, I guess I would have expected a really bright green, but I'm kind of glad it's not because I'm not really a bright green fan. So there we go with that. All right, now next is going to be blue, and then we're going to round this out with purple. All right, the blue looks very bright. See if that's true. Very bright, very pretty. I can't make any nice shapes like circles or squares, so I just kind of do little blobs. And I like the way they look. All right, let's bring this one up here. Still everything's very wet still except the red. I almost feel like I need to try it again. It's so thick. Very different than all the rest of them. All right, now we're gonna do the purple. And mix that up so it is at its best. Again, not that bright, which I'm totally okay with. And I guess maybe gem colors don't necessarily translate to bright colors. But I guess that was what I thought. I didn't really read anything about what they were supposed to look like or anything. But they do look much brighter in the pan than they do on the paper, I'd say. This one's a little bit thicker also. But it's the last one, so maybe it isn't as wet as the other ones. All right. Let me bring that up. And try to tip it a little so you can see it. I'm really tempted to try this red again. I'm gonna spray it because it's pretty much dry. I'm gonna spray it again and I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. What I'm seeing when it dried is it's kind of got like a goldish shimmer. It's almost like there's gold mixed in it. So that is really pretty. All right, let's try this one again. I'm just gonna go right on top of it. Okay, still very thick, but maybe a little bit better. All right, now I feel bad that I should be going over all of them, but they're never gonna dry. I can't do that, they'll never dry. All right, so that's what we've got for those. I'd say they're very pretty. And this is plastic coated cardboard, so you know it's all right that I sprayed it. It won't ruin it, but I should wipe that off. And I'm not going to keep them in here anyway, but I do keep the containers because I always think, who knows, maybe someday I'll say, oh, I want all those paints back in their original boxes. So you've heard me say I have a box of boxes, and that's where they're at. Let's see. I'm going to take a little break here, rest my fingers for a few minutes. So before we go on to the next ones, let's see what I want to say. This is the last really hot day here for Nashua. It has been 90s and just horrible humidity here. It's been so hot. I've basically just been staying in the AC, which I hate. I love being outside, especially I like being on our balcony. So yesterday I did go down to our tent for about an hour in the morning and I did some art, and I'll be sharing that in a video. If you follow me on Instagram, it's already on there, so you've seen it. And I'm going to do a video about that for YouTube soon. I've been doing videos every few days, so I do have a little bit of backlog again. So anyway, I'm looking forward to being outside again. It goes down to the 80s tomorrow, kind of mid 80s. So that's much better. I would rather have low 70s, but I have to take what I can get. It is August in New England. What we really need is rain here. All our grass is dead. It looks like the Sahara Desert out here. It's horrible. But our trees are doing okay. Some leaves are turning, but it's just because of it's so dry. So let's see. The only other thing, my daughter is coming 2 weeks tomorrow. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. So I have to start preparing for that. She's going to be kind of, my studio is going to be her bedroom for while she's here. So we're taking my big table apart. I will be keeping this table. And then I have to do a bunch of rearranging, put stuff in the closet. But she won't be here every day. She's going to split her time between being here and down in Salem, Mass, where her cousin lives, and all her friends are at. So there'll be times where she's not here where I can film videos and do art. And we'll probably do some art together. So, okay, this is going to take forever to dry. So let's put this aside. All in all, I'd say they're very pretty, very beautiful, and I'm really happy I got them. Oh, and the price. I'll have to go look that up. The only reason I bought them was because they were very affordable. Now, what I'm going to swatch, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these starry colors because that's where they're going to be in the tin. So I'll just go ahead and swatch those too. And then, guys, you know what? I'm not going to be able to flip the page and close it to do the granulating colors. So what are we going to do? I don't know. I never fully plan this stuff out. I don't even have a hairdryer, and I wouldn't try. I can lay it in the sun in the windowsill. Well, let's not worry about that right now. We're going to spray these, and as you can see, I was playing with the granulating colors, and I was messy and dripped into here, so we're going to have a little bit of contamination. Oh, but I can probably just wipe that off once they get wet. I don't know that it'll really bother them. We're not going to worry about it, are we? No, we're not going to worry about it. Now, these have names. This is supposed to be blue, red, yellow, champagne, light, white. I get these colors. These two I don't. This does not look blue at all to me. But maybe I just didn't have enough water. I am not wetting the page before I put these down. That is something else I could have done and maybe gotten a more color, but I don't think we really need to for these since they're not granulating. Okay, I see no blue in there. Am I digging down far enough? Am I in frame? Just barely. Okay. I'll bring this up to you. All right. To me, it just looks like another version of gold. And I do feel like I scrubbed down in there, so. Okay, this one's red. I'm just going to try to avoid those spots since we want to get a true color. Oh, that's very pretty. But again, I don't really see it as red. Maybe it just has a little bit of red tone to it. I actually might have too much water in these. Maybe I shouldn't have pre-wet them. Who knows? We're just experimenting here. These are just These are just swatches, and this is gorgeous. This is just yellow gold. This is beautiful. And I don't think it's exactly the same as that one, although it might be. I thought I checked the numbers and they were the same, so maybe they are. Okay, let me bring that one up. Now, after I finish these, I'm gonna go put these in the windowsill to dry, and I'm gonna rest my hands, and then I'll come back and we will swatch both of the granulating colors. Okay, this is champagne, one of my favorite things. I do like this one. Okay. I don't even know if I was in frame there. I better be moving up here. All right. Now we've got two more. We've got light gold, and then we have white gold. These are all called gold starry colors. So they're all gold, just different hues, different shades of gold. This is very light. See that one? Hopefully that's in focus. I can't tell if it's in focus. I'm sitting down. Oh, I'm getting my book wet. Hang on, guys. I gotta wipe this up. Oops. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. All right, now let me get back in here. All right, there we go. All right, last one. And this is white gold. So of course it's not going to show up that much, but oh, it's gorgeous. It's very creamy. These are all very, very creamy. All right. And this looks very silver. Okay. I don't know why, but from where I'm sitting, it doesn't look like it's in focus, but my camera usually does really good. All right, so I'm going to take a little break here. Put you on pause, and I'll get these dry, and then we can come back and do the granulating ones. All right, guys, I'm back. I had a little snack, had something to drink, rested my hands, and it's been 20 minutes and the paints are still not totally dry, but I'm gonna bring them up here and I'm gonna stand up so I can make sure they're in frame. When we tip them, you can see the shine. Of course, the gold is the shiniest, and I think that's the best way to tip them. Very pretty, very, very pretty. I love that green. I love that it's not super bright. And as you can see, it's almost like granulating. And the purple is gorgeous. And the red is darker because I did do a second coat on that. Oh, there you can see the shine on the red. I wonder if I turned my light on, what would happen? Hold on. Oh, it's gonna... Will that help? Maybe, a little. I don't leave it on because it casts too many shadows. Sorry for the jumping. And I do like the natural light. But now that I had it on, I don't know, it looked pretty good, but it will put a reflection on my desk and I can't stand that. So anyway, these are almost dry. This has a lot of different color. I don't think you need to spray those ones before you use them. So if I wouldn't have done that, oh, now that is blurry. Okay, there we go. These aren't, oh, there we go. There you go. Look at that. So shiny. And I did lay these in the sun, and then I actually held them in front of the fan. So that's why you're seeing different, it kind of blew the paint. So this isn't a natural drying process, but you get the idea. All right, and then because they're not totally dry, I cut a piece of wax paper so I can stick that in between there when I flip the page, and hopefully they won't all smear. But we'll wait another minute because I want to go over with you the prices of everything. All right. Here is the tin, and you can just, this is the same thing that I show in my little short, or is that what they call them on YouTube? Shorts, I think. So you don't have to watch that. You can just screenshot this and then look it up. And oh, there, you can get 2, 4, 10, or 20. Probably should have got, look at that. If I had bought 4 in the first place, oh my gosh, only $13 and I paid 20 for 4. So, yeah, didn't plan on needing any more. You just never know. All right, so those are $9.99. And then we will go to the gem colors. All right, these were such a great price, $11.97, and there's only 16 left in stock. And let's see if they tell the colors on here. I don't think they do. Nope, they show them just like mine are with the Japanese writing, but I'm sure somewhere. Oh, we didn't try them on black. Oh, wow, look at this. It never works. Look at that on black. Maybe if we have time and my hands are all right with it, maybe I'll try it on black before we go. I do have some black paper. It's not anything great. Okay, let's go to the other one. And I saw that showed my address, so don't freak out. It's okay. We'll try not to do that. Ah, why is it doing that? I guess it didn't there. That was weird. I don't know. Okay, these were expensive. List price is $25. Of course, they're new and they're the granulating ones, so they're most sought after. But I had, I think, some kind of a coupon. They only came to 18 something. So I didn't have to pay that much. They had a coupon at the time I bought them. And they're in stock right now. So still, that's a pretty good price for these. Wow, check this out. Oh, that's all 3. You can get the starry colors, the gem colors, and the pearl colors for $40. So only $10 each if you want them all. I decided I didn't want the pearl because they don't really show up that much on white, I didn't think. Let's see. I guess they do. But I just decided I wanted the gem ones instead, and I'm happy with those, and I'm not buying any more. Famous last words. Okay, so that was all of that. All right, so I'm going to put my piece of, this is just wax paper. You can use paper, you know, you can just use anything, tracing paper. All right, hopefully they're dry enough that they won't smear and that I won't move it around too much. Okay, so we're gonna close this up on that. Hopefully I cut it big enough. And we're gonna clip it. And hopefully they won't smear too bad. Okay, so granulating ones. All right, I'm gonna do my old ones first. So that's the ones that are already in here. So we'll put these to the side. And these are the Aurora colors. We went over them, but I'll do them again. Red, pink, orange, blue, violet. Mixing pan. The blue looks mostly orange every time I try it. So we're gonna see if we can get some more of that blue color. I'm gonna leave this up here so we can see which ones I'm doing. These I'm definitely spraying. Okay. And we're gonna wait a minute for those to activate. And because these are granulating, I'm going to do wet on wet. So we're going to wet the page first. All right. I think we're good here. All right. So I'm wet the page first. And then we're gonna go in, and this is red, and you can see there's blue in there. At least I can see it. Whoa, isn't that amazing? That looks very purple to me, more than red. Very pretty. Oh, and I'm seeing some blue on the edges. All right. See that blue? The colors will come out the longer it sets and after it dries, so it will be a while. Now here, the pink one, I see a lot of blue. Here, I'm gonna hold this up so if you can see this. Maybe you can't see it from down there. I don't know if it's really showing up that much, but yeah, like you can see the different colors in there. So, all right, this is pink. I'm gonna swatch first. Do the wet there, and then we're gonna go in. I'm left-handed, so this makes it a little bit harder for me. And whoa, again, kind of purpley. They are Aurora colors, so that is referring to the northern lights. And this is pooling here a little bit too much, or just because my book is tipped. Let's see if I can set something under here. There we go. All right, then my book won't tip to one side as much. All right, next color is orange. I don't think we'll have any problem with that looking like orange. Oh, that's gonna be a problem though. It's gonna wanna go into the crack there, I'm afraid. Try to keep it in its little spot. All right, that's the orange. And the purple, I don't think the pink, I don't think I showed you the pink up close. You can see the blue on the edges. I'm gonna try to tip that so it doesn't go down there. And that one you can see green in with the orangey brown. Try to spread them out here a little bit. Can't force it too far or they're gonna come out of their little spaces, so I don't want them to bleed. But I do want them to kind of spread out a little bit. Okay. All right, so maybe we'll just sit here like this for a minute and do this. Okay. Well, all right, I just have to stop. All right, I feel like I can't put the book down. Okay. All right, now, stop worrying about the swatches. They'll be fine, Julie. All right, now we're gonna go to blue. This is the one I never get any blue, but I can see there's some blue in the pan. So we're gonna hope for the best here, and we're gonna hope we get some blue. Oh, shoot, I didn't do the wet on wet. Oh, well, I'm not gonna waste that. I don't see much blue. Try to get that back in there. And then I'm just gonna add some water to this one since I forgot to do the wet first. I don't see any blue in that. We'll see how it is when it dries. Bring it up here for you to see. No blue whatsoever. The pink one has more blue than the blue one does. All All right, and then the last color, which is violet, so we will have no problem with that being purple because they all have a very purple look to them. And here we go with that. Whoa, that's what I love about these, the way they just are so free-flowing in the water. All right, this is the first time I've ever used them on 100% cotton watercolor paper, so that's kind of interesting. All right, you can see that's quite a bit of orange. I'm gonna try to move these around with my brush. Maybe a mistake. I don't know, should I? Oh yeah, sure. All right. Just clean it off between each one. But we don't have to wait for these to dry before we do the other set, so that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna spread them around a little bit, because I really want you to be able to see what they look like when they're dry. Oh, you can really see the orange coming out there. Okay, I can see some blue there. You see the blue in there? Not a lot, but there's a little bit. Okay, and then this lovely, lovely purple, pink, and blue. All different colors in there. Spread that out a little bit more. I'm trying to dry my brush off. There. Of course, they'd probably look better if I wasn't messing around with them, but oh well, you get the idea. They are gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna put those down, and I'm gonna take a short break to rest my fingers, and we'll come back and do the last set. All right, now we're gonna try the new colors. And I'm gonna spray those. I don't see any separation in these, but maybe it's just because they haven't been used. All right, let's take one last look at this one. Well, not one last look, but one last look before I start swatching the other colors. All right, and this is Cosmic Red. We are gonna do wet on wet. Oh, I just feel like that's not enough. Water, maybe. Oh, wow, look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, but I don't see any. Oh, a little bit of yellow in there. Okay. Now, like I said before, this is the first time I'm using them, so I think once you get down into them more, you get more of the mix of the color. So these might not show as much of the separate colors, because look at this. Look at how that shows that. I'm hardly seeing any. I'm just seeing mostly red with a little bit of yellow on the edges. So a lot of times, once you get into using the paints more, you get more of the mix. Okay, this one is Cosmic Olive. And this looks like it's supposed to be green and blue. Oh, it's definitely olive, and I do love olive green. The next one is Cosmic Green. Okay, and this one is supposed to be, I don't know, just different shades of green, it looks like. Trying to put that extra paint back in there instead of wasting it. Oh, I'm seeing purple in the olive. See on the edges? Ooh. Very, very pretty. This looks, on camera, it looks brown, but it is green, but it's not that light. Maybe I just have too much on there, or it just needs to dry. Okay, let's make sure here. Okay, this is Cosmic Blue. Let's see if we can get some blue. I see blue now. Oh yeah. All right, lots of blue. It shows blue and orange. Yeah, that's right. I thought I dipped into the wrong one. Don't see any orange in there, but it might come out when it dries. As you can see now, the red, you're seeing more of the yellow. Oh, the blue is gorgeous. All right, and then we're gonna do the last one, which is Cosmic Violet. That one looks very blue. I'm surprised it's not more purple. All right. No, I guess it does have a purple look to it. All right, these are not going to dry. These won't dry for like half an hour probably. Oh wait, look, let's go over here. Let's not worry about those. Let's go over here. Oh my gosh, guys. This is why I love granulating paints so much. Look at that. I can't tip them too much because I don't want to mess up the other ones, but look at those colors. Definitely have blue in there. There's blue in there. There's orange, brown, and green in there. Here we have purple and blue and kind of pink, and that's supposed to be pink too. Oh, and this is the blue one. So there is some blue in there. So I guess we'll just have to wait and let's let these dry. I maybe need to take a little bit off of them. I might have been a little bit heavy-handed. And that may be why that I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm in screen or not. I'm just gonna try to lift a little bit of this paint off. I might just have a little bit too much on there, but maybe not. I probably should just leave them alone and stop fussing. Whoa, that's beautiful. Definitely showing the purple there. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit off the green because it's so dark. There. All right, I'm gonna stop fussing. And I'm just gonna put these down for a minute. And I guess that is about all I have to share in this video. Like I said, I'll be moving. I'll be putting all the granulatings in one, and then I'll put the starry gold colors with these gem colors. And I can't do that until the paint and the pan's dry. So I really can't put that in this video because that's probably gonna take hours and hours. And I don't have a way, I mean, I can pause, but I really don't. They say the pause lasts indefinitely, but I don't know if I really trust it. And I have to keep my iPhone on never shut off, or else it does stop the pause. So the screen is on, so it's really a drag on my battery. So I probably can't let it sit until I can put them all together in the pans, but I could do a little short and show those when they're all done. So I will do that for you guys. Hopefully my swatches on the other side are okay. All right, we're gonna take a little look here. And maybe I'll, let's try to turn the light on again if it's not too, there. Maybe you can see the colors a little bit better with the light on. I'll go over here and look at those. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll just do a little short and show all the pans in their right little spaces. And I will see you next time. Take care. Hope you can find time to do some art today. Love you guys. Bye.